コミックパンダ
Last April, I decided to move into a small apartment near the station. I was getting older, and I couldn't live with my parents very much longer. The apartment that I moved into was a 4-story apartment building. The first floor was a restaurant, and the other floors all had apartments. The rent was cheap. At the time, I thought it was because the building was a little old. The station was small, but there were a few stores in the area, so it was very convenient. When I got to the apartment, I wanted to take a little break. As I was smoking, I noticed that there was a calendar hanging on the wall. When I looked at the apartment before, it wasn't hanging there. Either I just didn't see it, or it was a present for the apartment company. Either way, it was a perfectly good calendar, so I decided to use it. The top of the calendar was circular, so it was a little different from most other calendars. I sort of liked it. Not thinking about it, I started unpacking. By the time I unpacked all the stuff I really needed, I was starting to feel exhausted. It was a little early, but I set my alarm clock and called it a night. I'm not sure how long passed. I woke up because I heard something strange behind me. I sat up and pulled the cord from my bedroom light. Looking around, I couldn't see anything out of place. The calendar was just hanging on the wall. That apartment was a corner apartment, so the sound wasn't my neighbors or anything like that. I was thinking that the mouse must have gotten caught between the inner and outer walls of the apartment. It was too late to care about it, so I went back to sleep. Every night after that, during the middle of the night, I heard the same sound from the walls. I wasn't scared about the sound, but waking up in the middle of the night was starting to take its toll on me. You've been making a lot of mistakes lately. What's wrong with you? By the time that Friday came around, I was starting to feel the effects of my lack of sleep. I started making mistakes, and my boss got really angry with me. I returned home feeling a little depressed. Opening up a can of beer, I sat there and thought that I would call the apartment company on Monday and have them check the walls. Because of all I had to go through at work, I downed the beer and I was starting to get drunk. That night, I fell asleep early. I woke up again to that sound. I turned on the light and the sound stopped, as always. There was nothing out of place. Shut up! I wasn't aiming, but the batteries that I threw happened to hit the calendar. Suddenly, the calendar started to get larger and blackened. It slithered across the wall. I couldn't understand what was happening. When I finally could make a sense of everything, I shivered violently. The calendar changed into the head of a woman. I was too scared to move. I couldn't even make myself blink. The head slowly started to turn my way. It was looking at me. Ah! That was all I could remember. When I woke up, it was already light out. Was it a dream? Thinking that, I looked around my room. I noticed that the calendar was not hanging in the correct spot. It was almost like the calendar knew that it shouldn't be in the same spot. That weekend, I moved out of the house as fast as I could. If I didn't know what the calendar really was, I wonder what would have happened at the end of the month when I was going to change the calendar page. Is there something strange in your apartment? Take a good look around. It could be that there is a mimic right there next to you.